Hello! I want to show you how we can use quadratic formula to find solution for quadratic equation. If you have quadratic equation in standard form ax squared plus bx plus c, step 1, we need to find discriminant. Using formula d squared equals b squared minus 4ac. Step 2, we can find solution using formula x sub 1 x sub 2 equals negative b plus minus square root of discriminant divided by 2a. Example, 3x squared minus 2x minus 5 equals 0. The first step, we write coefficient a, b, c. Coefficient a, it is coefficient of x squared equals 3. Coefficient b is coefficient of x. It is negative 2. You need to take number front of x with sign. Coefficient c equals negative 5. Now we find discriminant. Discriminant equals b squared. So negative 2 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 5 equals 64. Step 2, we can find solutions. So now we can write negative b, it is minus negative 2 plus minus square root of 64 divided by 2 times a. A equals 3, so 2 times 3. Now we can simplify. X sub 1 equals minus negative 2. Give false positive 2 plus square root of 64. It is just 8 divided by 6. We can find this value 2 plus 8. It is 10 over 6. We can cancel out 2. It would be 5 over 3. And we can find the second root. The second root, x sub 2, we will take now minus from our formula, equals 2 minus 8 divided by 6. 2 minus 8, it is negative 6 divided by 6 equals negative 1. So we find roots of our example 1. It is negative 1 and 5 over 3. Solution of our equation. Next example. The second example, 2x squared plus 2 square root of 2 times x plus 1 equals 0. Coefficient a of x squared equals 2. Coefficient of x equals 2 square root of 2. And coefficient c equals 1. Now we have to find discriminant. B squared, it is 2 square root of 2 squared minus 4 times 2 times 1. So now we have 2 times square root of 2 squared. 2 squared, it is 4. A square root of 2 squared, it is just 2. So finally we have 8 minus 8 equals 0. Discriminant equals 0. We will have our equation has one root, one repeated root. Negative b, so it would be negative 2 square root of 2 plus minus square root of 0 divided by 2 times a. A equals 2, so 2 times 2 equals negative 2 square root of 2 divided by 2 times 2. Just remind you, square root of 0, it is 0. We can cancel out 2, and we have negative square root of 2 over 2. It is real solution of our equation. So you can write answer, negative square root of 2 over 2. Well, 3x squared plus 3x plus 2 equals 0. Coefficient of x squared equals 3. Coefficient of x equals 3. and coefficient c equals 2. Now we can find discriminant. Discriminant equals b squared, so it is 3 squared minus 4 times a equals 3, so 3 it times 2, it would be 9 minus 6 times 4, 24. 9 minus 24 equals negative 15. Negative 15, it is negative value less than 0. When discriminant less than 0, given equation has no real solution. No real solution, but we can find complex solution, imaginary solution. So we can write our formula negative b, it is negative 3 plus minus square root of negative 15 divided by 2 times 3. We find imaginary solution or complex solution. We continue. So now we have, just remind you how we can simplify square root of negative 15. We can write like square root of 15 times negative 1. Negative 1 and complex number, it is I squared. So now we can write it would be 15 I squared. It is just additional step. And we back to solution of our equation. So we have from previous slide x sub 1, x sub 2 equals negative 3 plus minus square root of negative 15 divided by 2 times 3, it is 6. Now we keep going. We have negative 3 plus minus square root of 15I squared divided by 6. Now we can write x sub 1 equals negative 3 plus I square root of 15 divided by 6, and x sub 2 equals negative 3 minus I square root of 15 divided by 6. It is two imaginary roots of our given equation. Thank you for watching and see you soon.